Witam was serdecznie. Okej, idziemy spać. Mieliśmy spoko misję. Ghost Rider nie jest taki zły. Może ja go nie doceniam. No to jest w ogóle ta kółko to. Gdzie to kółko jest? No wkurza to kółko.
Stop being so defensive and listen to us, Robbie.
We're just worried about you, that's all.
No need to be worried. I got this.
I don't think you fully understand what you're carrying. The parchment packs a lot of evil.
And what? You don't think I can handle it? I'll have you know that you aren't the only one who has a corner on controlling darkness. Just ask Sparky.
We're just concerned.
Concerned? You're starting to sound an awful lot like Caretaker, Nico.
Since when did you become such a jerk?
Since he started carrying that damn page, that's
Why
when...
don't you worry about yourself, Blade?
Whatever you say, Robbie. Why don't you go find Peter?
Well, maybe I will. I'm out.
Well, we tried.
The parchment of power is no joke. Then again, neither is Robbie. Let's just hope he's right and he can handle it.
Yeah, let's hope.
Dobrze, porozmawiaj z Robim. Pomóż.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Wykonaj serię bohaterską walc używając Peter Parker.
Only Robbie Reyes can carry our one
No.
MacGuffin of great power.
Jak to mnie wkurza to kółko. I to co? Cały czas to będzie ta? Okej, tu mamy. Zniknęło ta? A, i dobrze. Okej, pójdźmy pierw do ciebie.
Something about Jeremiah Kane's statue drew me. Guess it's that old spirit of vengeance connection, huh?
Like you, Kane carried more burdens than any one man should.
Yeah, so he knew how the big honor could also become a curse.
Do you feel like you have been cursed?
Absolutely. I mean, it's awesome to be one of the Midnight Suns and have the incredible responsibility of carrying the parchment of power. But it also really sucks.
If luck is with us, you will not have to carry the parchment for long.
I can carry it for as long as necessary. However long Blaze had it, I can keep it for as long or longer.
I did not mean to imply you did not have what it takes.
But I do have what it takes. And I don't need luck.
Blaze's betrayal probably soured your outlook.
About that. I keep thinking about what happened back in Limbo. Right before all the fighting broke out, when Blaze told me you were the key to the parchment, the prophecy, all of it. And that if we took you out, the world might survive.
Robbie.
I know what you're gonna say. Don't trust Blaze. I get it. Which is why I'm thinking I should read this parchment for myself and find out exactly what caused him to get so worked up about you.
The forces of the parchment and the Darkhold are not to be trifled with, Robbie. You cannot expect to read the page the way you would a normal book.
Oh boy, here we go. More of that. This is beyond you, Robbie. I've been hearing this junk since I asked to see my first R-rated movie as a kid. Guess what? I snuck into those movies and I can sneak a peek at the parchment.
Trust me, this is not the same as childhood misbehavior. You are gambling not just with your life, but the lives of all of those who love you.
Fine, forget it. I'm not gonna read the page. Happy now?
I am relieved, yes. But what are you going to do instead?
I'm gonna do what I normally do. Sit and worry. And hope Stark hurries up with whatever he's building in the forge.
That may take a while.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear you say that. After all this, I better get a statue of my own around here.
Czy wiem. O,
Curious. Fascinating.
Wszystkie weźmiemy.
Happening, Hunter.
Dostaliśmy darmowo jakieś punkty. Normalna skrzynka. Śmigamy dalej. Porozmawiamy z Tonym.
As requested.
Pokliński ucisk. Tej duże obrażenia to jest za 101. In cap we trust. Okej. I rządek chaosu plus. Przy wymianie zyska efekt gardę.
Sending your friends out to fight isn't the easiest choice.
Mam kasę. Przeciwnicy Hydry, bohaterowie wyzwani są dostępne w każdej misji ogólnej. Weźmiemy pierw ciebie.
Great. Now we're making progress, people.
Dobra.
Out of trouble.
Just tell me.
I already told you.
That was just a bunch of hocus-pocus mumbo-jumbo. Authored by the hand of a corrupted elder god, vile, unspeakable evil power contained within its pages. I get it. The Darkhold is bad. But I'm a scientist. I need facts, examples, highlights, lowlights.
Are you really asking me for a book report on the Darkhold?
I mean, I could just blast the page to smithereens without knowing the context, but understanding it is so much more interesting.
Context or no context, I'm still skeptical that your plan will actually work.
Well, okay, then share your deep insights with me, Dr. Spooky. Come on, spill the beans.
I have no beans to spill, Tony. I think I need some fresh air.
Musimy z Tony porozmawiać, ale pierw...
It turns out Tony does occasionally make useful contributions. The magic highlights, Tony. Here's your highlight.
Trybana nie można jeszcze wytworzyć. Muszę pierw chyba z Tony porozmawiać.
I guess you're wondering why Strange and I were getting into it.
I saw enough.
He gets so huffy and precious when it comes to his magic stuff. Everything has to be shrouded in mystery, like he's on stage in Vegas or something. I think he's afraid I'm going to turn around and become an even greater sorcerer than he is.
Well, Tony, you are a bit competitive. I would not blame him for becoming a bit territorial as a result.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a little friendly competition, is there?
I do not think Strange sees it as friendly.
Well, when he comes back, I'll try to smile bigger. Maybe that'll give him a hint.
Surely there is a way for you both to work together in harmony.
You'll never catch us in the same barbershop quartet. But, given enough time, I'm sure I can reverse engineer an Elder God's programming language. Sure, you may not be able to understand what I'm saying, but that's not my problem.
So you think the Darkhold is no different from some fabulous bit of technology?
Oh, absolutely. And like any other fabulous bit of technology, it's only a matter of time before I figure out how to do what I want to do with it. Every problem has a solution, my resurrected friend. And I'm going to find it.
It will be a challenge, but I know you can handle it.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. Actually, you can tell me several times. I'm such a shameless sucker for praise.
And what about Strange? Are you going to let him sulk?
Oh, I'll find Dr. Spooky later, and explain my position clearly. Make sure he understands.
It might help if you stop calling him Dr. Spooky.
Yeah, you're right. I should use his name. Stephen Spooky.
I give up.
Well, don't give up yet. You need to get the research going on the Gamma Accelerator. I've got the pieces in Dad's research, and I'm ready to go. I'm serious about getting the research started.
Dobrze.
Going to blow itself up. Got
Dokładnie
more
i
coil for me?
Nie, to zaraz zrobimy badania. To, acylator gamma.
All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky.
Możemy też
So, how's
cewkę
the whole
jeszcze
saving the world thing going?
analizować.
Sometimes I even impress myself.
Okej, wyrok. Zużywa 20, to jest spoko. Nałóż efekt słabość. Ciebie wymienimy.
I feel like I could automate this process and take myself out of the loop here.
Ja bym chciał tą cierpliwość wziąć. I potem plusika z tego zrobić. Pokaż talię bohatera. A mam już cierpliwość plus. Ja już mam cierpliwość plus. Więc to mi nic nie da. A wyrok... O, wyrok mogę sobie wziąć. To jest nowa karta. Ciebie weźmiemy na pewno.
I'm pretty sure Charlie left a steaming coil in the hallway.
460,
Third state of
cierpliwość
matter,
plus.
indeed.
No to kopnięcie może być fajne. Gwiazda zaranna. Max wartość 148. Dodaje również uposażenie wszystkim pobliskim wrogom. Tak, wezmę ciebie i ciebie. Odlewnia 2. Ulepsz analizę cewki, gamy w kuźni. Odkrywa 5 zdolności. Wezmę.
We are finally getting some decent tech down here.
Okej, mógł to wcześniej zrobić, ale no cóż. Olać!
This should be
Wezmę
useful.
ciebie jeden. Ciebie raz.
Nicely.
Pas narzędzi.
Always better to be prepared.
Ciebie też raz wezmę.
All set.
Okej. Ulepszymy sobie teraz.
Time to take it to the next level.
Kurde, nie ma w ogóle siana. A Scarlet też.
I think we've got something for everyone.
Muszę się w ogóle parę kart pozbyć.
Do your thing.
Mam rządy chaosu, też już tym, więc ciebie usuń. Nara. Nara. Okej. Kurde, nigdy tą fortyfikację nie dostaję. Ciebie nie potrzebuję. Jest wszystko to samo. Kosiarz umysłów i kosiarz umysłów. To możemy o tym ulepszyć. Ja siebie nie mogę wydupić. Mogę w ogóle je ulepszyć? Przezwij na czas 3 tury.
Careful, Hunter. Punches are flying fast around here.
Coś miałem chyba z Ghost Riderem, czy nie? A nie, z tobą. Dytuj i to kopnięcie. Dobra. Musimy mieć jedną misję poboczną. Wolverine. Skrytka danych, skrytka danych. Skrytka danych. Weźmiemy ciebie. Szturm na Centrale. Dobra, a jak mamy Wolverine, to ciebie weźmiemy i weźmiemy oczywiście mojego faworyta. Pas narzędziowy. Dobrze. Oh yeah. Zyska wartość niebieskiej, czerwonej, żółtej.
Unfortunately, their crates are rigged to self-destruct if the required key card isn't swiped first. And Hydra's agents are carrying the key.
Sure about that?
Środowiskowy jest gruba skóra. Rozpoczęto z systemem baterską. 4 punkty, bo teraz was. O! Super! Aj! No, może z kapitanem to pójdzie. O! Dobrze. Szybkie cięcie. Szybkie leczenie. Weźmiemy szał. I o to chodzi. Łańcuch 4. Raz, dwa. I nara. Dobrze. Co? Oni przeżyli? Nie wierzę w to. Po prostu w to nie wierzę.
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
O! Nara! O to mi chodziło. I zyskuje gardę. Amok, okej.
They've armed one of the crates. It's going to explode if you don't get that key.
Skrzynia wybuchnie. O kurcze. Jaka? Czerwona, nie? Tu. Okejo. Seria bohaterska. Co tutaj ogarnąć? Okej, zginął. Mamy ją.
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Jeszcze jedną kartę i to zrobimy odkopanie.
Looks like you could use a hand. I haven't lost
I wszyscy sprowokowani. Dobra.
Made your choice. Not so tough. Brought this on yourself.
Targeting systems active.
Okej. Jest git.
Another of the crates is armed to detonate. Get to that key card.
Kurczę, teraz musimy ciebie ogarnąć. Dwie karty. To na ciebie tak. O. Robimy to tak.
Come get it.
Czyli mnie zabije. No tak, kurde, na 3 jest szansa. Nie mogę to też zrobić, kurde, bo... I nara. I mamy żółtą kartę. Okej. Okej, mamy tą kartę.
That was the last crate. Wipe out the remaining Hydra forces, and let's get you home.
Should do the trick.
Never surrender! I've got your back.
Still holding their interest. Everything according to plan.
Okej.
Engaging. Help is at hand. That'll heal right up.
No w końcu.
Watch my back. I hope you've learned your lesson.
Ładnie.
Just what I need.
Robimy to już. Ale szkoda, że wulwek mi padł.
What's our contingency plan?
Feeling a little off.
Confirmed enemy target.
Nothing to report. You're ready. Now that was
Na
something.
ty. No i to mi się podoba. Nara.
Hail that.
I... Nara.
Bring it in.
See, that wasn't.
That's one shipment Hydra won't be receiving.
Dobra. I mamy Wolverine. Już wyszliśmy.
About the emo kids meeting, there's a problem. Wanda asked to run the show. Everyone was fine with it until Caretaker showed up.
She seems brittle now that we have Wanda back. I cannot imagine her pain.
Well, it seems like she's trying to pick a fight.
Why are we meeting? I thought we already knew how I died.
Wanda doesn't think we do, and I believe her. So, you ready to head to the meeting and hear her out?
Tak.
Lead the way.
This was a mistake. I shouldn't have brought it up.
I disagree. Your theory is sound. We must know the truth.
Wanda already took Agatha from me. I'll be damned if I let her take my child.
The one standing behind you?
Ah, damn it. I didn't mean for you to hear that.
I understand why you said it. What is this about?
It's not worth your time to know.
Please, tell me.
Wanda says there's more to your death than what we saw. She claims she can reveal the true manner of your death.
Wanda has years of experience. You have millennia.
Is that a crack about my age?
If you want it to be.
You've become your own person. I wish I'd seen it back then. All right. Listen to her if you must. But if you proceed with the ritual, I can't lose you, Hunter. Not again.
No dobrze, nie stracisz mnie. Nie bój się.
I guess that could have gone worse. Looks like Sarah has settled down. Wanda called this meeting, so let her know when you're ready.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I just wanted to help.
How?
I spoke with Doktor Strange about your visions. That got me thinking. The last meeting, specifically the moment of your death. I don't think that's where your life ended.
Wierzę ci.
The last time we did this, something felt off.
Good, you felt it too. There is a subtle magic at play. It clouds your perception, distracts from what is real.
Why are you so certain?
I felt it twice before. Most recently, when I was under Lilith's influence.
And the first time?
When I killed Agatha. I had no warning I'd lost control until it was over. Something masked the danger from me, from her.
It was not your fault.
No matter what Ileana wants to believe, I am responsible for Agatha's death. I can never make it up to the Midnight Suns, to Sarah, to you. But I will do everything I can to make things right.
My magic works by creating what I most desire. It can also strip what is illusion from what is real.
You deserve to know what truly happened. Please, allow me to help you.
I am ready to proceed.
All right. What is your last memory before your death?
Lilith trapped me with the Darkhold. I could not move.
Then I shall remove the veil. And now, your death revealed. What do you see?
Lilith approaches. I have never seen her so determined.
And now, child, you shall be free.
Still creepy.
Indeed.
I cannot move. Yet I hear myself shout.
What the?
My body lurches toward her. None of it my doing. Lilith struggles against her own limbs, but cannot control them. My hand reaches for the Darkhold. I see fear blossom in my mother's eyes. I touch the Darkhold.
No! Stay
Pain
back!
washes over us both. The world flares white. And then, there is nothing.
Okay, what is with that voice?
And who directed the Hunter's movements?
Someone who could hold Lilith in place.
That's alarming.
I'm sorry. There's nothing more. That's when the Hunter died.
Don't apologize. You showed us what we could not see.
No dobrze.
I don't know what to think. Was someone else there and did they kill Lilith?
Those are difficult questions to answer.
At least we know to ask them. Hey, we'll get to the bottom of this. We're emo kids. We can do anything. That's all we had. You taking off?
Yep.
That is it for me.
The last meeting of emo kids. Should we get another t-shirt? I kind of want another t-shirt. Or, ooh, maybe a pin. I'll figure it out. Thanks for letting us root around in your past, Hunter.
Okej, karta. Pole chaosu. I żąda chaosu. Te same karty. Non-stop te same karty dostaję. Weźmiemy ciebie.
The Hellride is ready and waiting.
Tension's so thick I could claw it to shreds. Something. Or someone.
Wolverinek, dąż do spotkania.
Snap. We ain't built for this.
I disagree. We can still defeat my mother.
No. You and me doing this? Living weapons ain't designed to relax. Can make a fella downright resentful.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard to take it easy when the world is falling apart.
For me, it's like there's always a blade stuck in my side. When I relax, it's like I can feel it twist.
How do you handle it?
Same as you. I go looking for a fight.
Does it work?
Not always, but it's enough to dull that blade.
Dam ci legendarne.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you read my mind.
Dobra. Ogarnęliśmy. Idziemy spać.
What is it, Charlie? Find something?
Family protects one another. Family loves one another. Family would do anything to save one another. Is that not what these heroes of yours preach? Then why abandon you at the doorstep of that wretched pretender Mephisto, my precious child?
My family saved me. It was the coward Blaze that sold me out.
Perhaps. Still, Blaze is no coward. And he is most certainly not a friend to Mephisto. For him to have made such a deal, all the more reason I must have the page.
I knew you were going to go there.
Hear me, child. Say what you will about Johnny Blaze, but his soul is one of the strongest I have ever encountered. He has carried the parchment for decades without succumbing to its call, battled angels and demons alike, and rattled the thrones of far too many gods.
It almost seems like you admire him.
I simply state the facts. Now he is free of the page, and another takes on a mantle of its guardian.
Robbie.
Do you really think he will prevail over the parchment of power?
You were right, Mother.
I am?
Robbie will never be Johnny Blaze. He will become something far greater. I gladly place my fate and that of the world in his hands.
My original offer still stands. If you truly value your friend, relieve him of his burden and surrender the parchment to me. Ignore my warning, and Blaze's betrayal will be a fond memory compared to what is coming next.
Okej. Się wkurzyła ta. Dobrze. Na tym.
My favorite childhood prank. But I have not heard them in so long. Caretaker must be wincing right now. Or maybe this was her idea of a joke.
Dobra, na tym to już zakończymy ten odcinek. W następnym od razu do Wolverina i gramy dalej. Zatrzymajcie się i do zobaczenia.